You ready?
Ready.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to our Queued Up as Requested, presented by WasItGoodTho production. This is where you, as a listener and viewer, let us know which movies you want us to review. All you have to do is to send us your requests, and please be sure that you are subscribed to the WasItGoodTho podcast YouTube channel. Yes, and we will be sure to drop our Queued Up as Requested. This is where we provide a shorter, straight to the point, all opinions review of the movie that you send us. Now, tonight we have a old school movie dropped in an amazing year in 1988. Now, this film was requested by a brother of ours in pod, Anthony from Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. He sent us I'm Gonna Get You, Sucka. Now, before we get into that, I am one of your hosts. I am Jazz.
And I'm Jason.
And we are here because I was like, wait a minute, I did not introduce myself or my brother. So they don't even know who about to talk about this movie. I apologize for that. But thank you so much for being here with us. Now, we are doing a movie that is written and directed by Keenan Ivory Wayans. Now, in this parody, a black exploitation film. Did I say it right, Jason? I fucked that shit up. Damn. Yo, I did. He is laughing so hard for me right now. Oh my God. Jason, come back into view. We can't see you.
She said that shit with all her chest too.
I did. It was so much confidence, but then I was like, no, I did not say that right.
Listen. Yes, it is a parody of black exploitation films, which originated in the 70s. And if you're not familiar with exploitation films, they are a film where a black hero takes on the man. So Foxy Brown, Melvin Peoples is one of the ones that you can go see for a lot of those films. Superfly, a lot of the black films in the 70s kind of.
Would you say Undercover Brother as well?
Yes, but that would be a spoof on. It wouldn't be a part of, in my opinion. I think that'll be a spoof on as opposed.
I ain't mad at that.
In there, just like Black Dynamite, same exact thing, a spoof on black exploitation films. But yeah, that's those.
Okay. So this is a film that was released about 37, almost 38 years ago. Jason, seeing it with fresh eyes, how was it for you? Because I'm assuming, and please correct me if I'm wrong, this is not the first time you've seen this film.
Not at all.
You've seen it probably multiple times.
I have. Seeing it at 36, it gives you more perspective as to what's happening, because growing up, you see it and it's just like, damn, why he got these big toes, or damn, why he got fish in his shoes? He walking on them in these platforms, and you're not knowing what's really going on in these scenes. So now coming back as an adult, watching it, it definitely gives it a different lens. The appreciation, the love, the care, and just seeing that the Waynes, just seeing them in the 80s doing this to, fast forward to now, in 4 months, we got Scary Movie 6 about to come out. So their legacy is still strong. It's still pushing. It's still moving. What about you, Jazz?
It was because I haven't seen this movie in so long. So a lot of the stuff I do remember, but then I feel like I've came across a few scenes where I probably remember them, but I did not actually know what they symbolize. And so it was definitely good to see with fresh eyes, and a few scenes where I definitely laughed of like, all right, so why y'all got Kim in here acting a fool? But who is she? Oh, that's a director's sister. So it was just like little small things like that. And of course, the scene where you have our individual walking with fish in his shoes. And I remember watching that with family, and we were just laughing around the TV watching that scene. So it's just like memories from seeing this as when I was a bite-sized jazz were coming back to me watching it with fresh eyes. But
Mm-hmm.
whew, those gold chains. And then I remember how J. Cole be sitting here like talking about all them chains and all his music to where it's like, yeah, Cole knew, Cole be knowing them chains ain't nothing but the devil.
The gold gonna hold you down. Um,
It
which
is. Cause how are you going to the bathroom with all them chains on?
how does he pee and all that? I don't even know. I've been asking all day. That reoccurring story was funny, and I wonder if that was a Mr. T joke. Like I wonder if they were talking about Mr. T with all the gold chains and things like that. Because it's just funny
Possibly.
how so with this film, do you think it was um that was poking fun at, or was it a showing love to?
I think it was both. I definitely think it was good intentions on both sides because sometimes to spotlight certain things instead of trying to ram your message down somebody's throat, sometimes it's like, okay, let me try to provide a positive, fun message. Get your mind out the gutter. That's not even where I'm going. But I mean, it's just like, it's one of the things to where instead of me, I was going to say the quote again, but obviously your mind
You
goes
don't
over.
know. Your thoughts are so horny.
No, I'm just saying it's just when you're forcing something on somebody, it's just like, okay, that might not be the best approach. Let me try to get them on a comedic level
Mm,
to where it's just like you see how trying to be flashy for people
mm-hmm,
and to
mm-hmm,
live up to this certain lifestyle, how it could honestly be more negative than positive. Because I mean, around that, well, I mean, I say around that time because it's dropped in '88. I
mm-hmm.
I wasn't out here, Jason. You wasn't out here, so we can't speak on that. But it's just it was a spotlight of like trying to be flashy for other people and how it could probably put you in an atmosphere and environment around people that not the right people. And so I thought this movie was very entertaining seeing it, but the Wayans definitely have a way of spotlighting certain areas within our community to where it's like, yeah, we probably need to fix that. Because it's kind of like what the Boondocks did years later, to where you spotlight that R. Kelly episode. It's like all entertainment, but like realistically, there is a message behind that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like creators that are able to do that
Or Tyler
are some
Perry.
of God's favorites.
Or Tyler
What
Perry.
the what did he do that?
They highlighted him for the stuff that he does in his TV in his movies, but they did it very, very early, and he got it pulled from TV, so you can't even find that
The
episode.
Wayans?
Oh no, the
Oh, the
Boondocks,
Boondocks.
the Boondocks, the
Oh,
Boondocks.
the Tyler Perry Boondocks episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
For
yeah,
some
yeah.
reason, it always finds its way onto X.
It does. Like somebody niggas be finding it and dropping it, bitch. They be like, nah, you gonna remember this nigga. You gonna remember this. But in this film, it does have a story. Of course, like I said, we are following Jack. Jack has left to go to the army. I wish you would have seen Eternity because there's a running joke in there. It was like, but everybody in that movie is dead, and it was like, what war did you? You said you didn't even go to. You didn't even die in a good war. Like you didn't even die. Like you died falling out of a plane. You didn't even die fighting. But he goes to the army, which of course a lot of films does show us in the '70s. Like somebody that was in the military come back to their community. The community is struggling, and they have to try to fix it. In this one, Jack was just a secretary in the army, so he had never really had no combat.
And he was on the swim team, wasn't he? Him and Big Red. Yo, they had the same badges.
Got that too.
And it also lets you know, like, when you see somebody with just a bunch of badges on their jacket, you immediately assume they are fully qualified But then when they break it down as to what each badge means, like,
You
oh,
ain't
that's
mean
chess
shit.
club. Oh, that's just you sitting here like, so you wasn't killing people? Hell no, I ain't never shot no gun.
I ain't never even seen the guns. I was
Big
somewhere
Red
else.
lost his eye during a paperclip fight. Jason, I'm sitting here like, it's so funny to see a lot of characters in this because some of them we've seen them in serious roles. I've seen Big Red hang somebody on a balcony,
Mm-hmm.
and my office hours are 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, he said chess club, swim club. I lost my eye during a paperclip fight because I was also a secretary.
Question: did you know? And this may not be real, but this is what was explained to me. Did you know that 9 to 5 isn't business hours?
Well, as a worker, I always knew they were never business hours.
Like, it was think it was explained 9 to 5 means 9 hours a week, 2 days off, 5 days on. So like that's what the 9 to 5 is supposed to stand for, allegedly. That was something I heard today,
Not
and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because you got a
you
lunch
said
break, correct?
nine
Nine to
nine
five,
hours.
9 hours of work, 2 days off, and 5 days on.
Oh shit, 9 to 5. So I'm thinking two like the word and not the number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're saying, ha, I don't live that because I work Monday through Thursday. Gang gang. No, that's trifling though. Whoever said, oh, we should work 5 days a week and only be off two need his ass beat, even if he's dead. Dust those fucking bones up because that's crazy to me. But that's very interesting. Mm. What was the five for? 5
Five
days a
is
week.
5 days. You work 5 days a week.
Scam. One of the biggest scams, which is crazy. But Jason, did you have any favorite scenes from this
Yes.
movie?
Oh my God. Kung Fu Joe fighting the police was the funniest shit ever because Jackie Chan, no, we not fighting. I'm going
Bruce
to
Lee.
shoot you, sir. I'm saying
He-
Jack. I'm saying I know his master was Bruce Lee. But I'm just looking at. I'm just saying Jackie Chan. We ain't fighting. I'm shooting. All this. I'm messing up again. No. Oh no. You just,
no,
yeah. But yeah. Now
I was gonna ask you a ledge question, but I was gonna wait
what's
till you finish.
what's the question, Jazz?
You sure? You sure? You sure it's safe to ask? Because we might get kicked out of the black community with this one.
Oh
Fuck it, we
shit.
here. Which movie is better? I'm gonna get you Sucka or The Last Dragon.
Oh, for sure. This 100%. It's not even a conversation in that.
Somebody twitching right now. They having
I,
ticks
I don't think
with
so.
that answer.
I think everybody will be okay. Lisa might be twitching or upset, but she'll be all right. She will be okay. She will survive. She'll survive the night. She'll survive the night. What about you, Jazz? What's one of your favorite scenes?
You absolutely know I'm gonna say I'm gonna get you Sucker. I did not enjoy The Last Dragon. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't. I had so much fun with this movie when I first watched it, The Last Dragon. I said, come on. But yeah. So I got a question for you because when I came back to rewatch this, and I remember looking at the cast because Cheryl or Shirley, Cheryl,
What was the
Don
question?
Lewis from A Different World.
Different word.
No,
Cheryl.
no, I'm
Okay,
getting to the
Cheryl.
question.
Oh, sorry.
Cheryl. So Cheryl, her husband just died. His brother just came back from the war, which is Jack. How you over here peeping out your ex-husband or your dead husband's brother? That seemed
He
kind of
did.
wild.
He's dead, so he has no use for her. It,
So if you get to heaven
my brother.
and your wife is out here flirting with your brother,
Hey, I'm in heaven. I can't do
You're gonna be
nothing.
like,
What
all
you?
right, I mean, I ain't there no more. Yeah, I mean, you can send some ghouls out there to be like, fuck up their relationship.
Yeah, no. I he said some ghouls. I said shit. I'm not. I'm gonna let them people do what they do. I can't focus
I'm
on what they
sending
do.
demons down there, Jason.
You saying demons after him?
Yeah, what you mean? Not just his funeral was like yesterday, and she over here like, oh, let me go ahead and look at his brother. But I do love the fact of like how his mom was treating him. This movie was just all around a fun time. Because when he was like, "Mama, I could have won that fight," and she bring up every past fight where he needed his mama.
Yeah, nah. She was she was messed up. I think that's Janet the boy, if I'm not mistaken, because she was in
Yeah.
damn, what I can't think of what is it. Moving. Is that the name of it? Moving on up with JJ Dynamite and them. What was that? Penny, Janet
She
Jackson.
was in Good Times.
Good Times. That's what it, I keep saying. Moving on up. Yes, she was in Good Times. She's the one that adopted Penny, but she was hilarious. She said, "How the hell you gonna lock me up in the closet, boy? Are you crazy? I'm out here to help you. Ain't nobody gonna mess up my son." It's like, nah, mama, I gotta do this on my own.
Did that scene remind you of Baby Boy? The way she was fussing her son out, but soon as her boo was like, "I told him to do that," she was like, "All forgiven."
Bruh, some bullshit. Some bullshit. To me, your mama, she used to do thing with her mouth. I mean, sir,
He said, "That's my
sir.
mama." Oh, she a good woman. She a good woman.
She a good woman. I mean, I would have whooped that nigga ass, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why they say men be gossiping so much because I'm like, why are you saying all this in front of company? You don't even know who that is. Don't be telling nobody about her gifts. Like, no.
Man, I mean, he got blessed. He got blessed. He got blessed. So he had to, he had to talk
He
about
was
her
still
gifts.
thinking about that. He was still thinking that's who I should have married.
The mouth that got away. I understand, brother. I
You
understand.
got some of them?
What's that? I
A
plead the
mouth that
fifth.
got away?
I plead the fifth.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought it was a safe space.
Mm,
All right, I got it.
ain't that safe?
I get it.
Tell that might be listening.
That's what I'm talking about. That's support right there. Hey
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. I'm sorry, hitting down arrows. Get to talking.
Oh shit. Okay, let's move on. But you had the out the window or take the stairs. That's something I definitely forgot.
With Damon and Kadeem,
Yes.
bruh,
Yes.
they just kept on having I'm assuming that's a big trope in some of the older movies where it was like you can either leave here out that window or you can leave down it. Tyler Perry used it too.
Does he?
I don't know you leaving me. It's out that window.
Let me see who watches Tyler Perry stuff and who don't. Is that something in
That's
recent
what
Tyler
Black.
Perry stuff?
Nah, that's what Blair Underwood told that lady before she threw the grits on him. You seen that movie? Don't act like you ain't see that movie.
I have. That's how I know I am good.
um,
But
what was your favorite of your funniest scene?
so the one that always stuck with me is when old buddy left out with the fish in his shoes. But looking at it with fresh eyes, it might be the youth gang the competition
Bruh, that was
because
hilarious.
that shit they're having a run. They're racing each other with TVs.
They were trying to see who
No.
how fast you can strip a car. Bruh, my sister car was on grits a couple of weeks ago. Niggas is crazy.
They're still doing it.
Bruh, she was in California and somebody texted her like, "Hey, I'm so sorry." She was like, "So sorry for what?" "Oh, you don't know? Know what?" "Girl, I seen your car. It was sitting on bricks." She was like, she said, "Nah, take a picture." "Well, I ain't over there now. I'm gonna go back over there." She sent some pictures. Bro, they took all the wheels off that motherfucker. That car was just sitting on bricks. And I'm like, how does this happen in front of an apartment complex? People seen them throwing bricks up under that bitch. 2026, Jazz.
That nothing is real anymore. Honestly, we're in a simulation for real. We are in a simulation. That shit that Neo was unplugging outside of his head. Wow. I'm so sorry your sister had to go through that.
Man.
That's crazy.
Another scene I really enjoyed was Isaac Hayes. Well, he got two good scenes actually. The one where Chris Rock comes in for some ribs. He was like, "Well,
A rib.
let me get that rib." Counting change. He got a wad of cash. I would have whooped his ass.
I would have beat his ass. Oh, I would have beat his ass as soon as I seen all that money. Listen. Because what are we doing? He said, Can you just pour it in my hand for 10 cents? You don't get your ass up out my shop. Crazy. This movie had so many people in it.
It did. A lot of black greats, especially from back in the day, in this film. And a lot of people that just the legacy had just started for a lot of them too. So it had a nice mix. And like I said, I sent you that picture of Sean and Marlon. I had never paid attention to them in the movie until now. They didn't even have speaking roles. They just in there just cracking jokes behind the fish guy, or fly guy as he's walking her down the street. But yeah, third act of this movie, hilarious. When they start suiting up to get ready to go I think Kung Fu Joe got shot. And then he tried to call Slade. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, psych! I'm just playing. This is my voicemail.
Do you know how long his voicemail was silent till he said psych? I would have beat his ass on sight. That is some on-site type of activities because that's crazy.
My friend voicemail like that. I'd be like, bruh.
I remember people had that voicemail like that in the early 2000s. Now, this is 88, so of course. But he was like, hey, what's going on? He was silent for at least 15 seconds, Jason. Then that nigga said, psych. I would have, oh my God. I would have been so pissed because he was about to die. But he still made his way to the fight. Now, everything was done. He made it to the end because when I watched it on Tubi, because you can stream this on Tubi, at the end of all the credits, he showed up and a security guard was like, oh, yeah, they're not here no more. Yeah. It took him all day to get there and they're not even there no more.
I didn't know that.
But I'm glad. Which is so crazy, yes. Get through the credits, you will see him jump. He said, nigga, can I get a Band-Aid? Security guard was like, ain't nobody here no more.
Shut the fuck up. But the other one, Isaac Hayes, loading all the guns. He and that bitch suited up. He's like, nigga, you got enough? He's like, yeah, man. He said, no, it's never too many. He got two big ass shotguns. He done slipped and every gun done went off. Imagine having a team of 6 niggas and 3 of them get killed on the way to the mission, man. You'd be like, you know what? That's God.
This universe saying,
I'm telling us to take my ass back home. It ain't our day, guys. It ain't our day.
Jason, look up at the sun. Maybe we should open next week. Maybe we should open next week. How we lose 3 people before we even go against the enemy? Nah. This ain't our night. This ain't our night. That's what you like. That's the universe saying, like, nah.
And then Jazz, even worse, the mission begins. That nigga Slade blow himself up.
Listen.
Why did he even set the bomb at the top of the building? Bitch, go through the door before you set it.
It was a lot of mistakes done on both sides of the situation.
Man. This shit is hilarious, bro. That shit is hilarious.
I did like how we were able to get flashbacks. And one of my favorites is Pimp of the Year, Fly Guy.
Nah, that was hilarious.
My bitches better have my money.
We see where you got it from, Brianna.
Right. Let me ask you this. Do you think a film like this, of course, updated to modern day, could still be made today?
Hmm. I mean, we got scary movie coming out. Does that count as a
So
or what do you
I feel like I'm gonna get you sucker was more focused on black films,
do you
similar
count?
to
I want to say, do you count the blackening?
I would say the blackening was focused on slashers. So with I'm gonna get you sucker, it seemed like it was focused on black stereotypes within our community. And so I'm curious, like I don't know if a movie like this could be made today because you have so many people that I mean, folks get offended very quickly. And so it's just like you might have to tread lightly and you might have to tread too lightly to where if you don't mind offending people, you could probably do it. But if you want to avoid offending people, you probably can't.
Was there something in here
Because
that you, was there something in here you would think would be offensive to somebody?
Jason, there's a lot. I have a dark sense of humor. So a
Yeah, so
lot of
no,
stuff that I laugh at, because people get offended by stuff, I'll be like, why are you mad at that for real? So it's just like, you just never know.
yeah, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you
So,
because you never know what may offend the next person. Even if
right.
you're not offended. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because like when you had the mom over here, like she got smacked when the two goons came to the house and she beat both their asses.
He
So,
slapped the shit out of her though. And she was like, you know what, motherfucker? This reminded me of Don't Be a Menace when they was in the church doing a little dancing scene. This is what they kind of reminded me of.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a good scene. That was a really good scene. But
Oh, was that?
it was
Oh, I'm thinking of I got the hookup when she spit in the man's casket. I don't know if you ever seen
I
that
don't think
before.
I've ever seen that movie. I haven't seen that movie.
Understandable, understandable. But yeah, there's a scene in there where they same people. I feel like it's the same women. They go to a funeral, but it's beef. And she was like, she said, and it was like they in a funeral. I think Master P is narrating. He said she said if he ever died before she did, she'd come in here and she'd spit in the grave. So everybody spit in the casket. So we in here trying to see what's gonna happen. She came in there, spit in the casket. It was a whole bang out brawl inside the funeral. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm, I get it because I feel like if somebody spat in my brother's casket, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh yeah, we killing somebody.
Can we get a 2 for 1 deal on the
Man,
caskets?
put two of them in that bitch.
Oh yeah, treat it
Man,
like a death at a funeral type of situation. But another scene that I love from this movie is when Jack was about, well, he attempted to try to have sex with what is good sis's name? I don't have it available with me. When she started taking her body parts apart, when she was
Karen,
just like, "Oh, I'm so glad you told me."
I think her name Karen Parsons. I think.
Cherry, yes, it's Anne. No, excuse me, it's Anne Marie Johnson.
Where the fuck did I
Cherry.
get that from?
Cherry said, I have no idea. Cherry said, "Oh, my contacts, these ain't my real eye color." Then she took off her wig. Then she took off her breasts. And she said, "These not even the right color." Then she took off, he said, "Not the breasts." Took off the ass and then her leg. Jason, if you were in that situation, how are you reacting?
I'm getting the fuck up out of there. They be like, oh hell no, hell to the no, no, no. We is not fucking with that at all. Nigga, I wish, man, no, you can't be doing that. Taking your wig off. I've actually in the room and we're getting hot and heavy. Her head gets stuck in the headboard and the mattress, right? Um, and I'm like, no, you can't, you can't move, you can't move, you can't. Then she does move. I'm like, you know what? Let me pick her up, take her somewhere else. But her hair stay over there. Her hair stays in where we was at, and I was like, oh shit. And she was like, oh my god. I was like, oh shit, my bad, my bad. But yeah, yeah, good
So
time.
you said her head got stuck between the headboard and the mattress.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask, but damn, sis did not use the pillow. You know what? Wow. I'm glad everybody was able to walk away from that situation. So the wig came off, and did you go retrieve the wig, or were you just like, "Girl, you beautiful, you good"?
She got it before she left. She put it on. She did the right thing, you know. I didn't
Yikes!
judge for nothing that was going on.
Ah, all right. Sounds like you judging,
Why would I be judging? I have
but
no judgment, no judgments in me.
would you say this is considered a black classic?
For sure. For sure. So one story, I want to say Anthony has probably told it, but um, Robert Townsend and Keenan Ivory Wayans were best friends. They moved to L.A. and they were broke, and they challenged each other to create something. Um, Robert Townsend maxed out all his credit cards, had to put all his money into Hollywood Shuffle, which is what allowed him to create the Five Heartbeats because he got the money and everything came back from him being able to create that. Kenny Ivan Waynes created this in that same room. They think they said they had no bed, so he was on the floor just writing, and they were able to get this created. But this is what comes from that. And if you look at the Wayans legacy, what came after that? In Living Color, Don't Be a Menace, Low Down Dirty Shame, the Wayans brothers. Um, so much. It's just so much. And then within that family, it's so dope because now you see the kids doing the stuff like Damon's kid. You really only see Damon. You see Damon's
Mm-hmm.
kids doing stuff, and like I said, if you really pay attention, you will see the other Wayans doing stuff, and then they even include them in their whatever they're doing. So like that's just like a legacy we really a black legacy that we really didn't have outside the Jacksons. And I'm pretty sure if we sat down and you have the DeBarges as well. But if we really sat down and just looked at the legacies of different people and just the trajectory and how they really did things, like this one of them family branches where it's just like, man, that shit's insane to see. And Damon was just as big in this film as Keenan was. And I personally think Damon is the funniest wins, in my personal opinion. Um, but just the the different runs that they've had and different things they've done in media, on TV, it's just like it's mind-boggling to be able to see that black people were able to make it as far and as large as they have and the people that they've created on that path because he ended up like I think either Damon, either I can't remember who, but one of them became best friends with Jim Carrey. And you just know, like I said, you just see so many different people that went through that too, that went through that family branch. Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Lopez, just so many different people went through that family tree to become who they are, and everybody always give that little back. Like um, we got Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl because of In Living Color, technically, because they put a show
Yeah,
on in the
yeah.
middle of the Super Bowl and they put a clock up to let people know when to go back. So they wouldn't. The Super Bowl was like, we can never do that again. They took too much of our viewership said that we got to do something. And bitch ass nigga came back with Michael Jackson. That's how you do it. If you go, if you go, if you gonna do it.
That's how you do it. I mean, Mike, I get it.
That's how you do it. So
But then just imagine being them on the other side of a living color to where they just like, oh, y'all niggas had to go get Mike.
yeah,
You know what I'm
they
saying? To
do,
where it's just like you had to go get somebody at that level to try to compete with us for audiences, which is crazy.
man.
Yeah. I feel like the Wayans, that family as a whole, deserves all of the flowers
They're getting it.
because, yeah, I just, it's beautiful to see to where it's just like, okay, was able to have impact in movies and able to have impact in television over so many years. And other people that they definitely work with, you have David Allen Greer as well, and then John Witherspoon. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you
I
have
forgot he
black
was in
legends
this.
that, yeah, to where
That's
it's
the
just like you
pastor.
look at it, it was so many people in this, and I was just like, damn. To where like, do you feel like when we were seeing black projects in the early 90s, early 2000s, of how you have them working together, coexisting together, do you feel like you see that a lot today? Or is it kind of like sparingly to where you see it? Because of course you have like the Ryan Coogler and the Michael B. Jordan working together, and then Tessa Thompson and Nia DaCosta. But do you feel like, because for me, I don't see too many black projects to where people are consistently being casted together like we did see in the 90s and the early 2000s. Because you saw Vivica with Morris Chestnut in variety of projects, along with Morris and Gabrielle Union and things like that.
Um, so you don't see it as much, but I feel like there's so much media. Different people go to different avenues now. So
That's true.
but you do see people give people the opportunity. So Insecure, Ben Staples was somebody that was on Insecure. He wasn't reoccurring, but he had a role, within the show. I think he was himself when he did it. You have plenty of like rappers and things and people that was on there that played themselves or played different roles within the show. Or even like when she did like her, that was she's not the first person to do it, but she had those TV shows within the TV show where she was using big actors inside of them. So then you have Abbott. Abbott uses a lot of different people. Taraji P. Henson's on there. Zach Fox is on there. Ben Staples is on there. You just see a lot of legacy people where they come back and they show them, they get them love. You got Ryan Coogler. You mentioned Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler is going back and reaching back to legacy people. Delroy may be in Black Panther 3. It's the rumor now. You got Denzel over there, like I say. So you see them come. You see the people like the people that's of let me say my age. People of my age are reaching back to the people that laid that foundation to them, and they're giving those flowers back. We go to go to Bel Air. They pulled Marlon into Bel Air over there. They went back and they got out of legacy people. That's why, like, when it comes to stuff like I think you may mention previously about is it the legacy characters of a franchise that's driving people to come back? A lot of people don't. I honestly, I think it really depends in that conversation. Some people care, some people don't. But for me, I appreciate when they do show the love to what came before. Even
Right.
if they come back and they create something different with it, I appreciate that as well. But them being able to reach back to be like, hey, I appreciate what you brought to this. Are you able to would you do me the honor of coming and doing this on this show, or being able to come into this, or can I bring this different legacy acting to the show? I always appreciate that. Like always, always.
Yeah. And I feel like with the Wayans, they've been able to keep those relationships that they've had with multiple people that they've worked with over the years to where they can reach back and call folks of like, okay, this is what we have coming up. Because like you mentioned earlier, like with Scary Movie 6 dropping, you have a lot of people coming back from the first and second film for this to where they just called them, boom, and they're showing up to where you have legacy characters, even though they died. But when anybody dies in Scary Movie, we don't think they're gonna they're gonna be dead for real because Brenda has died so many times. But with folks coming back, it just shows you that means they're not difficult to work with. People rock with them for real, and actually, it's more so a friendship that they've been able to create with so many different people over the years. So I definitely love to see that. I'm excited for what they have coming for Scary Movie 6. And also, if the success of Scary Movie 6 is very good, we could possibly get a White Chicks 2 and a Don't Be a Menace 2, which would be crazy. Like, I just, to see a serious resurgence of the Wayans family, give me all of that. Like, I want all of that because their comedy is just raw. They make sure everybody gets hit like they need to, and they don't mind offending people. Because that, like, my thing is, like, if when it comes to comedy, it's everybody's sense of humor is different on different gauges, excuse me. So it's just like whatever y'all think is funny for real, Keenan, please make sure you in there and do what you got to do. But I'm definitely excited, and I just love to see so many of them coming together in a project. So, and seeing this, I'm just like, okay, because it makes me want to watch Dance Flick, which was another one of my favorites from them, even though people don't really give it its credit. But that was pretty funny. So
I hated
but
Dance Flick. I hated that movie with a
you
passion.
hated it? Why?
I don't
Damn.
know.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna say I get it because I thought that movie was funny. But like I said, everybody's sense of humor is different. So, but what do you think about the music from this movie?
I appreciated it. Um, I think I forgot what song it was playing. I think he was walking around with the
The folks behind them?
with the music. Every need their own music. Every hero needs their own music playing. So that's what they was doing. And at the end, he finally got his own music, which was it was his way of basically introducing hip hop into that genre of film. And did you peep that was D Nice from Club Quarantine that was playing the music? That was
I
him, the
I know it was
DJ.
Dougie Fresh, but I didn't know it was D Nice that was DJing.
That was not Dougie Fresh.
Oh shit, who was it then?
That was KRS-One, but then it was KRS-One, but then the guy with the little DJ box was D Nice, but it was Boogie Down Productions. Um, that's where they came
So
from.
so Dougie Fresh was not in this at all. I got my
Not that
niggas mixed up.
not that I remember. Where did you see Dougie Fresh at in this?
It's okay.
I
I'll
could be
just say he
tripping, but
wasn't there.
I know who was there. I don't know who wasn't. Let me see. I I know KRS-One was
I might
one
have
of
got
the
my niggas
people.
mixed up. It's okay. But
Yeah, I don't see KR.
it's okay. Well, somebody in the comments will definitely let us know.
But yeah, no, that was
But
that.
I mean, 88, yeah. But no, I didn't catch that. So that's pretty cool.
I forgot we Clarence Williams the third, the guy with the he's the one. I think he had the one with the eye. I think no. He didn't have an eye patch. He looked like damn, the Black Panther who sits in the who's the one that sits in the straw hat. Huey Newton. He looks like Huey Newton, but then his kids came from the back and it was white kids.
You talking about my dude from Tales from the Hood? Yo, he was wild. Yeah.
Remember Whitey?
Jack was like, he had his son, Daddy, I want to watch TV. Read your report. Listen, they pulled that twice because they also had that in Don't Be a Menace as well. But it was strong in this one. Cause yeah. Cause it's just like, can you be a strong black activist and you have a white wife? And that is something a lot of folks just be like, they be split. Jack was looking like, yeah, let me go ahead and leave. You could take this bean soda with you because I don't want none of that. But was there any other scenes that you wanted to discuss from this movie?
We did the shot. We did the at the end. You did mention you're gonna take the stairs or you're gonna take the window. And Damon was fed the fuck up, and he was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna take the window." And he was like, "But that was an elevator."
He was so tired. You saw his neck brace was on. He was done. He was
Oh,
just like, I'm so tired of
Jazz,
y'all
you didn't even mention
niggas.
you didn't even mention the scene in the fucking street when Don Lewis I said Don Lewis. Is that her name? Don Lewis, Cheryl's character from Different World.
When she was in the street, he was like, what the hell wrong with you? Cramps. When you look at some of these, it reminded me of Sis that was in Don't Be a
Don't be
Menace
a
when
minute
Marlon
having sex
was
with her.
in the right. He was like screaming and it was I can't remember her name from the Stevie Harvey show.
Levita Alizé Jenkins Robinson.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be honest, man. The cramps will have you like that. You just be like turn to a demon for real. It's crazy.
She was like, I'm out
Yeah.
of medicine. I'm out. She had the shakes like Gail Weathers did in Scream 7.
It's nerve damage. Nerve damage.
That's what Dewey had too, right?
They they got stabbed up, Jason.
They did.
Yes.
He fucked her. Shorty fucked her up in 6.
Yeah. But nah, that scene was funny. They knocked her over the head. I put that bitch in the back. But Mr. Big trying to turn her into one of his girls.
Bruh, Mr. Big
It's
was
funny how
cute.
it's just like either Mr. Big or the man, like from Undercover Brother.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now the other thing I want to say before we leave, when he was like, it's like Mr. Big, he's you, and he was like, what? You think white people can't be in exploitation films? He started going through and he said, Jamie Lee Curtis, Halloween.
I was so like, wait, why was Jamie mentioned in here? what are we what are we doing?
But yes, I think that was everything that I had. Did you have another scene you wanted to discuss in here?
I'm sure it's some stuff in here, but nah, all in all, this movie is still a good time. So, Jason, was it good though?
Did we do that? We do. Yes. 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 I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Jazz. Was it good though?
Yes. Shout out to Anthony for putting this on our queued up as requested. This was good to revisit. Definitely enjoyed this film.
Thanks. But yes, this is the latest of the queued up as requested. So again, with this segment, this is the segment for you. This is your chance to hit us up and we'll review a movie, no TV shows. Again, we will review a movie, not a TV show. Please check out our cross side quests. Also our Paradise side quest. We also dropped our Scream 7 review, our thoughts. You can peep that. But again, thank y'all for rocking with us for as long as you have. We are creeping up to our 200th episode. So we have been feeding our people, our fans, and our mental health every Tuesday since June of 2022. Long time coming, and I still enjoy the road. So, hey man, I'm here. I'm committed. I'm with it. Jazz, you got anything?
Well, I'm committed too, and I'm here as well. Jason's like, just me here. Like, wait, I'm here too. We are here committed. Like,
we are, but I'd much rather allow you to speak. You know what I'm saying? You got Togarians out there. I don't know who you may be. Who you may want to speak to. I just want to make sure. But yes, man, we are one. We are the Was It Good Though podcast about movies, TV shows, and your requests. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And until next time, deuces.
Cheers.
Alright. What's up?
Do you say it like exploration? No. Exploitation?
Exploitation. Yeah.
Exploitation.
Exploitation.
Did I say that right?
Exploitation.
Exploitation.
Exploitation. Yeah.
Exploitation.
Exploit.
Exploitation. Put that T in there.
Yep. Exploitation.
You know what? You got it. I was gonna try. I was going to try, but when I saw it, I was like, I'm going to say that word all the way wrong.
You ready?
Exploitation.
There we go. That's
right?
It. That's it.
Now I'm up for the challenge.
All right.
Like exploitation. All right.
You'll be like, let's see how many takes it take you to get it.
Oh, the pressure is on.